ever thought about how scientists measure things that are too small to see, like bacteria, DNA, or even atoms? Or on the opposite side, how we measure huge distance, like the space between cities or even planets? The answer is scientific prefixes. Scientific prefixes are small words we add before units like meter, gram, or liter. They help us describe very small or very large quantities using power of 10. Instead of writing a lot of zeros, we use prefixes to make numbers simpler and clearer. For example, let's start with something we use every day, milli. Milli means 1 over 1000 or 10 to the power of negative 3. So millimeter is 1 over 1000 of a meter. A credit card is about 1 millimeter thick. Medicine is often measured in milligrams. Without the prefix milli, we would have to write very long decimal number, which would be confusing and easy to mistake. Now let's go smaller. Micro. Micro means 1 millionth or 10 to the power of negative 6. Bacteria are usually between 1 and 10 micrometers long. A human hair is about 70 micrometers thick. That is extremely small. We can't see bacteria with our eyes because they exist in micro scale. Even smaller than micro is nano. Nano means 1 billionth or 10 to the power of negative 9. DNA is about 2 nanometer wide. Modern computer chips are built at the nanometer scale. That means the technology inside our phone works at the size is almost impossible to imagine. Nanotechnology is one of the most advanced fields in modern science and engineering. And then there is pico. Pico means 1 trillionth or 10 to the power of negative 12. Scientists use pico to measure extremely tiny intervals like picoseconds, especially in the laser technology and advanced physics experiments. This shows how precise science has become, and we can measure time and energy at incredibly tiny levels. But prefixes are not only for small things. We also use prefixes for larger measurements. One common example is kilo. Kilo means 1000 or 10 to the power of 3. We measure distance between cities in kilometers. We measure body weight in kilograms. Kilo help us handle larger quantities in daily life. These prefixes are extremely important in daily life. Our doctor measure medicine in milligrams. A small mistake in a decimal point could be dangerous. So understanding prefixes can actually save lives. In technology, storage is measured in megabytes and gigabytes. Microchips are designed at the nanometer level. Without scientific prefix, modern smartphones and computers would not exist. In science and space research, distances are measured in kilometers and even billions of kilometers. Prefixes allow scientists around the world to communicate clearly and accurately. So why understanding prefixes matter? Because they make calculation easier, they prevent mistakes, they make global scientific communication possible, help us understand both the invisible microscopic world and the enormous universe. In conclusion, scientific prefixes might seem small, but they are powerful tools. From milli to micro, to nano to kilo, these tiny words all allow us to measure, explore, and understand our world more clearly. The next time you see a word like milligram, nanometer, or kilometer, remember that tiny prefix carries a huge meaning. Thank you for watching.